gathered together from the cosmic reaches of the universe, here in this great hall of justice, are the most powerful forces of good ever assembled. Dedicated to truth, justice, and peace for all mankind.
Welcome, welcome, peeps. We are talking about power today. It's going to be me and my man, PD. Okay? I got to say, it's not going to be an easy review for the first episode of Season 3.
Why do you say no, it's Season 4, isn't it?
Season 4? Season 3?
I don't know.
Well, you see, we're out of this. I don't know. We're going to have to bring it up.
What?
I think it said it right there. I think it said Season 3.
Okay, then you're right then.
Season
You just corrected me. You're right. Then we move on.
Sure.
So, it's Season 3. It starts off with a bang. Ghost is in jail. His girlfriend,
Where he deserves to be.
He doesn't deserve to be in jail.
Yes, he
What
is.
did he do? He didn't do what we know. This is not a spoiler. We, the audience, know he did not do what they put him in jail for.
He's
what they
in jail
arrested
for
him on.
being a wuss.
What? Because he wanted to leave his family, move on, go to the next stage of his life, be a professional,
No, because, my problem with Ghost is that, all right, this is the guy who's the head of the organization, and yet, he's doing every little thing himself. What type of a ghost does every single thing himself? He's supposed to be the boss.
But they don't know
boss
that he's
man.
doing all this stuff. They still don't know half of the stuff Ghost does.
Oh, man, I just don't, I'm just not.
Angela still thinks he did this
Tommy
because
needs
she's
to
so.
do Tasha and then come back out. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
he can't get. He's not built to cheat.
They said he wasn't built. He didn't think he was built to be a lord, a drug lord, and he's running the show. He's a distro running the distro now.
He is. I'm just saying that he's the type of person that's loyal to the end. On that element, he might not be. He didn't. When Season 2, he was trying to take out Ghost, right?
Right.
And he couldn't do it.
Of course he couldn't.
So that's what I'm saying. Would he sleep? I mean, yeah, Tasha's there. Would he? But would Tasha be like, get out of here. You're my brother. And move on, not tell Ghost, because she knows what's going to happen, even if they're broken up, if Tommy did that.
So let's go back to the beginning. The Season 3 starts off. I disagree with you there, but start off.
What? He goes into jail, and we have a surprise.
Eddie Murphy's brother.
Well, that's another good surprise, but in the middle of Season 2, we lost, we don't know the character's name in the story, but Lala Anthony's in there,
Yeah.
and we don't know what happened to her. And so many people die in this show, we're like, oh
Yeah.
man, she bought it, but then she's in some basement with Tommy. So is there a relationship with her and Tommy?
No, don't know.
So that's a surprise. That was a surprise, and it was very interesting.
But why was she in the basement? Tell the folks why she's in the basement.
Well, basically, was it Milan? Was his
Yeah,
name?
Milan.
Milan was out to really hurt, hit, Ghost where he hurt, really hurt him and set him up. And then Tommy saved her from that because she found out that the money, Tasha was money laundering through her hair salon and whatnot. So
Her best friend set her up there.
That's not setting up.
But
She's
her
making
friend said
money.
But she
They're
said,
making
I
money.
don't want you to use. I want to be out of the business. And she said it's totally
Come
legit.
on,
And
totally.
you know what?
It was
Lala-
totally legit.
Yeah.
He's making money.
Yo, so she used her own friend, her best friend, her girl.
I wouldn't call it use.
I would say
I said,
she said, "Don't put me in the business," and she put her in the business. She didn't.
But she was making money.
But that's not the point. She was
making
used.
money.
Used like a rag doll. You know what I'm
No,
trying to say?
she did. It wasn't. It wasn't sexual. There was no sexual favors asked. So.
What's right? I'm just saying she used it like a rag doll. Wipe down the table.
But anyway,
You know?
so then it was good to see that Tommy is still connected to Ghost while Ghost is in jail, and then also sorry to say he was a Jerry Ferrera turtle, but he's not called Turtle in the story.
He's not called Turtle. He's a lawyer. That's
He's a lawyer. He also
was from.
we get to see some of his backstory. And the other thing that is interesting, that Power and some of the shows, people are asking for diversity. They added in an Asian lawyer to the story without doing a press conference saying we're being diverse. They're just doing it.
Yeah.
So it's very powerful sort of show.
And
Power, not pun, no pun intended.
Right, and he's a character who is, they're not trying to say, oh, here's the atypical Asian. He just brought him in as a character, a person who can do a character. When I saw him, I was like, I don't know, this guy's from Fast and the Furious. I'm not sure if he's going to work. I'm like, yo, he started going through the stuff, and I'm like, yo, this guy is friggin' good as a prosecutor, and that's what we need. Is he a believable character? Yeah. So I'm tired of this stuff. Well, this guy can't do the role because he doesn't look this way. This guy can't do the role because he has to because he's such. dude, just get the best guy for the thing. Just open it up for everybody and just let the best guys do it. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm trying to say?
There's that, and there's also all of the little moments that if we might have forgotten, paid off in this episode. So it's like, all right, they tell Tasha to, get the legitimate money to bail out Ghost. So she goes to the safe, and he says there's a note saying sorry because he used it to buy the other business, right?
Yeah.
So it's like all these things are starting to pay off in a nice way, and it's not something that it's in an unexpected way because we're like, oh, sweat, yeah, I forgot he's using it to buy all these other businesses, and then Angela brings the FBI with a search warrant into the house, but then another payoff is the kids come in. And it's like Angela's like trying to be like a stepmother to them, but she's also prosecuting and sort of loses. Oh, she's like, oh hey, like what? You put my dad in jail.
Exactly. So with Angela, what is it? Is she? I don't think she really thinks he did this. Do you think so?
She does.
I don't know. I think that she's so upset that she's being blinded by it. But
blinded by his fingerprints?
No, I think blinded by a thing. But I think that
how is she going to figure out who actually did it?
That's a different story. I think whether he did it or whether someone else did it. What I'm saying, all the evidence points towards Ghost. Yes, I think Angela feels like he, intellectually, all the evidence points to him. But I don't think she really feels that he is the one that did it. If you feel that with the way she acts in the show with the kids and her thing with Tasha,
she investigated it. He's the most likely suspect.
He's the most likely suspect. And that's true. But I still think that she harbors feelings for him. I still feel that she thinks it's she's just upset. She's a woman scorned. Her and Tasha, and unfortunately in this show, both her and Tasha are the woman scorned. And she brings to the point, hey, we're both in the same boat. We're both being used by the same dude. You know what I'm trying to say? Tasha knows she's a ride or die chick. She don't care. She's gonna do what she gotta do. You know what I'm trying to say? While Angela's like, yo, nobody does this to me and gets away with it. Whether it's that's what I'm saying. Is it?
But what did he do to her?
Is he upset because he went back to Tasha last night? He dropped her. She did all these things. She cut corners from. She gave him information.
He
had
to go back to her.
We know that, but she knows she left her, and that's what I'm trying to say. So that's why when he
tried to leave.
That's why when Angela came back, when Angela came with a search warrant to that house, the hot ass house, which is not too far from where I am. It's hot ass apartment. And she's like, yo, is this where it goes? She said, yeah. Tasha says, yeah, that's where he slept because I wouldn't have any of your bed bugs in my bed.
Wow.
So she's like, whoa. So this is what I'm trying to say. What is it really that she was feeling? I think she just felt like, yo, damn, this dude did me wrong. And with the whole killing of her ex-boyfriend or ex-lover, Greg, the FBI guy, she's like, yo, I'm going to get him. But does she really feel, what is it? Is it that she just, she feels as a woman scorn, or is she like, oh, this is a crime that needs to be followed?
But then the other thing is that it plays into that as she wasn't in a place to make this bust because she can't prosecute him.
Right.
She has all this history with him. So it's like it was a bad bust. She had to decide to either cut the relationship and move on and not bust him, or else she's so complicit to so many of these things, she either turn a blind eye or whatever it may be, just let things go that she should have called out. And that's where they played it so it's not like it's like they ran out of story. They played it like they keep bringing it up to her, to saying like, hey, look, you can't prosecute, you can't lead the case, you can't do all this. You did the right police work, but at the same time,
you're into this.
You're not going to even profit or gain out of this. Everyone else will.
She may lose. The new Asian prosecutor is basically saying, I can't have you on the story. In fact, we're going to probably be looking into you too. Yeah. Look, this is what I'm trying to say. Angela, she did this just pure out of spite. She did this because, is he a criminal? Hells yeah. Did he do some stuff? Hells yeah. But did he do this one? No.
Oh, well, that being said, I had one issue with the thing. 50 Cent looks like a Sherman tank in this story. He needs to take.
Humongous, bro.
he looks like he could beat up everybody in the story. It's like he comes in. Was it the guy? It's fun. Yeah, when he comes in, he looks so tiny, and it's like. But it was but also what's the name? Ghost's son is looking a little more and more like LeBron. He's going to be taller than everybody in the show.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the whole thing.
I don't like the son. I liked how it played out. That they said you can't do it. Right. You can't have a kidnap. It's ridiculous.
What's the background? What happened to the boy?
He got kidnapped last season. Kanan sort of set him up. set up Dre and like was gonna they drugged him, so he was knocked out. Then they sent a picture to Tasha saying we want X amount of dollars, and then they're like, no, you can't do this. The Tommy actually pushes, Ghost's right hand man in the club, and they pushes Dre to find him, and immediately finds him and says doesn't gonna work. And that's a good point of saying this subplot was just a sort of MacGuffin. It tricked us into saying, oh, this other element is like, no, we push through, but they can play out 50 Cent a little more. So,
but so what happened here is that Dre was working, not Dre, 50 Cent is working with, I think
Kanan.
Kanan is working with his cousin who's a cop.
Yes.
From DC.
And she can't do all of this stuff because she's a cop.
Right. So she has it. So they basically kidnapped Ghost's son, and they wanted money from Ghost and Tasha. But when they found out that he's in jail, it wasn't going to work. But also Dre, the manager of the stores, the guy who was a gangbanger at one point that Ghost put in his clubs to be legit.
Yeah.
He basically bribed them and said, I'll give you 50 G's a month. To basically lay off.
He now has to pay them because Kanan is after his, he knows where his, was it aunt or something, like a family member?
Yeah.
He already, pushing the strings, he's got him under over a barrel, was under a barrel, one of those, he's got him in a bad place.
But then you have the opposite where you have Tommy. Tommy was trying to figure out what happened. How did you figure out where he was?
He's still thinking Tommy's not going to let that go.
Tommy's like, how did you find this case? He said, I just called around the neighborhood, found out blase, and this is how I got the kid. And he's like, so who was he with? And he's like, I really don't know, because that's what the kid is saying. I was just hanging out with a friend. And so Tommy's not a dummy. But you see, Dre told 50 Cent or Kanan that, I'm going to give you 50 G's because I'm going to be the new distro for the distribution of all the drugs because, who's going to do it other than me? But Tommy don't trust him. So Tommy put Julio, who was in from last season.
Yeah.
Julio's always been like their number 2 guy taking care of stuff. Julio is not a distro. And he's like, I'm the one controlling all this stuff. So Dre's having 2 things. He has Tommy on. He's in a rock and a hard place.
Well, no, Kanan also put different people, like put a girl into the club.
Yeah.
So the Dre doesn't have any power.
That's what I'm trying to say. Dre is stuck in the middle. He got to pay Kanan, put Kanan's people in here. He got to work for Tommy, put Julio's people in the place. So he's like, how long can this go before they put him in a river? One of them, you know? So, I mean, I like Dre, actually. I thought, he thinks he's slick, but he doesn't realize how above the head it is. Let's talk about Ghost in jail, baby.
So we
got beat down, baby.
2 seconds in, we see a person that we lost. We see Charlie Murphy.
Rest in peace.
You ever go night-night? You ever go night-night? But he gives Ghost a night-night. He's on Ghost's back, and it's good to see Charlie. He was always a good actor. So it was fun seeing Ghost in jail, and then the pain of the thing is that, and it's something the writer says at the end of the show, when we see Ghost go for his bail hearing, we think that he's gonna get out.
Yeah.
We think this is gonna be okay. This was just a blip, and he'll be out. And he's like, no, they're gonna play this out a little more. And it was a good thing to not put him out because they can play this out a little more and introduce him more. I mean, they introduced another person in jail, and it'd be all the characterization that they can play out with the other prisoners, how it'll affect Ghost. There's story here, so don't take him out. They can keep him there a couple episodes.
So it's kind of interesting how it played out for him. I mean, number one, this is how we get introduced to the backstory of Ghost. Lawyer, you find he has more. His wife is like a druggie or ex-druggie, and he's taking care of his kid. And at the same time, he knows what Ghost does. I mean, he knew that from last season. He knows what Ghost does. But he's a
lawyer. It doesn't matter because he's introduced. The whole point is that there's privilege, so he can. When you're defending someone, your job is not to worry that you're freeing a guilty person.
But I'm just saying that he knows it. And then you also have Tasha gets introduced to him. She never knew who he was before. This is just to show you how Ghost had a whole nother world of machinations and stuff going on. From the money being taken out, playing one side against the other. No one knows what he does. Literally, he's a chess master, and everybody else is like, what the hell is going on? But that's the problem with why I don't like Ghost, because she has too many balls in the air. You don't like
Ghost because he has too many balls in the air? That's why you don't like him?
He doesn't seem to have a set strategy for what he wants to do. He seems to change according to the wind.
Yeah.
If you have to have a plan, if he's supposed to be the master that he is, he should be more I don't know, deliberate in his planning and more deliberate. Not necessarily so his enemies can catch him, but his thing is like I'm always over the place, so nobody knows what I'm doing, how I'm doing, and I don't even know what I'm doing. You know? Today I'm with Andrew, today I'm with Tasha.
That's the interesting part of how the season 2 ended, because he had these big plans.
Yeah.
And then Tommy's like, no, at the end is like, this is already settled.
Yeah,
There's nothing you can do here. So he's like, oh, okay, so let's take out Milan and you got the business. And then next thing you know, his girlfriend is like, she's scorned and she investigates and puts him in jail. So it's like, and this is the thing that everyone is telling him, but he's playing chess. But they're saying everyone else has taken their, they're not playing anymore. They're like, I can leave. I don't have to stay here and, be stuck in this game and wait for your move. So
yeah, that's true. That's very true.
But we have another one coming. It should be, I always look online to see if I can watch it early. So I watch it like midday in the day and
on Sunday.
On Sunday, yeah. I watch it midday and then I post on Facebook and I just put Ghosts, whatever, because I don't want to reveal it, because there's always so much stuff, crazy stuff going on there,
Yeah, it's a good show, I gotta say. Even with Ghost being the main character. I'm joking.
But I would also say, check out some of 50 Cent's music that he plays on there, because some of the music that's the Kanan album is hot. You didn't listen to Kanan album?
I've been hearing it, but I mean,
oh my God, The Man.
I gotta listen to it.
That is great. That's a great song. Yeah, and then he done another video. He's like, the interesting part of being like someone like 50 Cent is that like he's not involved with Interscope anymore. They bought him out. They gave him money to leave, and now he's finding a new revenue stream in television. And you see a lot of other moguls moving to television like Irv Gotti. So it's like, he did he did the vitamin water. He's like a good businessman. He is still a street guy, but he is a good businessman.
Yeah,
so.
Street guy who's making worth $100 million. Yeah,
it's tough though. He has to go to court and say that he's making no money, so they don't take any more money. So
yeah, well, hey, that's the problem with a lot of baby mamas, and you gotta be careful on that.
Hey, you got to restructure the money. That's all it is. Yeah, exactly. You got to restructure the money.
Dude, but I got to take your task because you said earlier something about.
What did I say this time?
You said.
I'm never wrong, so let's see what it is.
Jay-Z's album. I don't know if I'm going to be listening to it because all the stuff that I'm hearing about, he's apologizing for stuff that I don't know he should necessarily be apologizing for, publicly on a rap record.
Well, he should apologize for because what's the name? People said that Beyonce shouldn't have done, this has totally nothing to do with power. Yeah. Beyonce did something on Lemonade saying, oh, why would you?
Shouldn't have done Lemonade.
No.
It shouldn't have happened.
What about Jay-Z's Lost Ones? He said, what's the name? He said, he says this in the song, and anything he says usually directly related. So in Lost Ones, he says, before Lemonade, he said, I don't think it's meant to be. Because she loves the work more than she loves me. Yeah. That's all.
I don't think he meant it like that, bro. No, you see, now
yes, he did.
Now you're going in. No, I just say he loves me. I think he was just saying, just shooting out some lyrics.
Because she loves her work, that she's working constantly.
Yes, she's working constantly.
Oh my gosh! So then
you're trying to bring the brother. Look, he got.
What
slammed,
did he say?
He got slammed in the elevator by the.
He didn't get slammed in the elevator.
You saw what happened in the elevator, and now this is dredging up the whole thing from one of my favorite rap artists. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't think.
Unless you get smacked, if you just get shoved and they bump into you, you can't. There's no defense.
He should have let this one lie. This dog should have stayed dead.
There's money in it. There's money in announcing, saying something.
By saying that, you think so?
What do you think Lemonade was?
Lemonade was somebody.
Becky with the good hair, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, Becky with the good hair!
Oh my God,
read it all, read it all, or whatever."
The Big fans are pretty hardcore, so that's why they'll take.
Yeah,
any
there's that, and then.
But I'm just saying, I don't know.
But then what's the name?
Jay-Z did not have to.
What did he say? He said the line. I wrote it down.
And
he said,
"Now that's overshadowing the album and the talent that's going to be shown, the music." That's what I'm just saying.
He talked about every album, and this is totally off. Every album, he says exactly what's going on in his life. Because he said when he in the song Rockstar, he basically says he's leaving the rock.
Yes.
He doesn't like what's going on, and he says it clear as day. So
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm just saying this particular thing, I think that all it's going to do is breed controversy, and what it's going to do is, probably may have a bump in sales, but it's going to take away
What
from
did
the
he
fact that
say?
we've been waiting for how long for a Jay-Z album? How long?
He said, I almost went Eric Benet. Almost let the hottest woman go away. I don't know what else to say. Don't be Eric Benet.
I know. Why did he have to say that?
Because finally someone said,
What
you
he
know,
did
you don't.
with Halle Berry? Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Everyone
You know?
pointing to Halle Berry that she's the problem. Like Eric Benet and Dave Justice, them dudes out of here.
Well, she just picked bad guys. That's it. It's not.
You that's wrong picking, but that doesn't mean they're still a-holes.
All I'm just saying is, you see, instead of us talking about how good the album is, we're talking about.
We're
this
talking about
peripheral
power.
stuff.
I'm talking about Kanan, and you went in and tried to
because
say I was wrong
heard
about
that
something
and
else.
You brought that up, and I felt bad. I just said we can't be talking about
Lord.
that. So this is going to be the last time this madness will be addressed.
What is it about the?
Okay,
What?
because all we're going to talk
It
about.
was okay when he did Lost Ones, but it's not okay when she did Lemonade, and now it's not okay when he apologizes. Spin rack out.